Guys, good morning. Good morning. I've been working around in other banned books of the Bible, and I've gone into this book, the Essenes, and it's about healing and stuff like that. And well, there are no numbers that I can see. I could see how it's written, and you could probably put numbers on them. I could figure it out. But it doesn't matter because I can hear it. This is one of those things that not only it makes so beautiful sense, it fits perfectly with our Bibles, and it fits perfectly with this whole idea of ascension through our minds and our bodies ourselves. It's just so beautiful. So what I was wanting to get with you is this idea of fasting and prayer. It's the only way to get rid of the devil. And the devil is recognized in these stories as being many different things, but basically it's the sicknesses that come about in your body, uh, you know, um, things that manifest because you've been on the dark side of things, being with Father, well, the way it goes is this is like this here. There's uh, the talk about us being the temple, and it says, and from all temptations of your body and spirit comes from Satan. Withdraw beneath the shadow of God's heaven. Renew yourself and fast. For I tell you truly that Satan and his plagues may only be cast out by fasting and by prayer. Go by yourself, fast alone, and show your fasting to no man. The living God shall see it, and shall be your reward. And fast till Beelzebub and all his all his evils depart from you, and all the angels of our earthly mother come to serve you. For I tell you truly, except you fast, you shall never be freed from the power of Satan and from all diseases that come with Satan. Fast and pray fervently, seeking the power of the living God for your healing. While you fast, issue the sons of men and seek our earthly mother's angels. For he that seeketh shall find. Oh, it's just so cool. So cool. Here, let's put you back up here. We're not going to go really far on this. I'm going to find other key parts in the story. These Essenes, you don't have to scratch the surface very far to find the truth in these things. But you have to understand that, when we talk about the devil, we're talking about Father. We are. We can't help it. Satan, we are, in an uncontrolled situation. That means without a harness or without a bit in our mouth, we represent a beast. And so that is God, or devil. And so when we pray to God, they're talking about doing this in your own little place. Don't let anyone see you. How do you not let someone not see you eat? Fasting is something that you just can't go in a room and do without someone seeing. You get all emaciated and stuff like that, and oh yeah, he's been really fasting. But you don't understand that, the fast means to cut off the mind, to cut off all these ideas of cutting off the lowers, chopping down, and getting rid of Satan. Satan represents the lower. He represents the lower mind. And so what we do in the Buddhist situation, he invites him along with them, and he says, "Come on, friend." And this Mara is like, no one's ever called me friend before, But this is the idea of both working together. and it takes the horns off of God, off of the devil, and creates the monotheist, that mother and father and the son are all in one and operating through you, because there's no other place for them to do that. So all of this ideas of the unclean spirit is the sleeper, the guy who is still, the guy that is still in slumber, the one he's asleep in God, where they're dead still. So this is, and there's no way out. It says you cannot get out. You cannot get out from being this death and all the things that come along with Satan without prayer and fasting. You can't. And the way the prayer goes, remember, it goes, "Thy Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. My stomach, give us this day our daily bread." And then our sacrum, "Forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." And then the lower chakra is, "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." Now, this is a descent into hell for Jesus coming down. And that's the way all these stories have of the outside interpretation, and then there's that inside one, which is what we teach here on this channel, is the spirit side of the Bible. And so you'll find that when we go under, we have to cut off the skin. We have to shut down the lower mind. We have to circumcise ourselves from the lower. And then through alpha, or through through into alpha, we go in and lose our skin, shed our garments, and let the brother go and do the bidding for us. So this is why we have to love our brother, and this goes on to talk about it in the stories here, talking about these are not your blood brothers. These are not relatives that they're talking about. These things are within you. These are your brothers, and they are your holy brothers and your holy sisters. And putting your hands in her hands and let her angels come and help you, because the idea of father is Satan. Father is father all alone by himself is Satan. But whenever we can get him to hook up with mom, then we got God. We have God actually happening. We have Elohim. And so you'll see that when we shut down the lower mind, we shut down the male entities. And I've said this before in stories. This is where in all the stories that the chains that are around whoever was in prison was let loose. The door's wide open and all the guards fall asleep. This happens in Krishna. This happens with Jesus. This happens through the Old Testament. It's the idea of, and then the female comes alive. It's the girls at the well that come, and then the men come, and then the females disappear. And then Moses or whoever would be, they would stand up, and the men would go away. And stand up means, and to make straight the way to heaven, or to Jerusalem. So as he gets in his posture, for fasting, runs the men off, and back comes the girls again, because it's those girls that are going to help you out. It's the female side of us that we have to be introduced to. So, anyways, I just hope this makes some kind of sense to you, and wonderful understanding. And this is something that once you get started on this thing, that I think that as I'm looking at these stories, that it grows on you, that eventually, it's something will better, like you just, something grows, something, it's a one-time permanent fix with you and God, but you still have to go on living. And this is where you're like, wow, what is the increase? What does this mean? What is that? How is that going to show in my life? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. I'll chat with you soon. I might come back again. All right. I love you.